You through kind of the basic steps, what we call our getting started training. Now, here's a unique culture in ViSalus. Everybody you see this weekend, you're going to meet people from all across North America. This is unique, okay, in a company. Everyone you meet runs the same system. This is important, okay? It's a very... How many of you guys have been in companies where it's like you got one leader talking about the way he does it, you got the other leader talking about the way they do it, and then you got the other person, this is how we do it. How many of you guys have been in those scenarios? That's called confusion, okay? Confused people do nothing, okay, in this industry. For you to achieve massive growth and momentum, it needs to be simple. It needs to be what? Simple. And it needs to be unified, okay? A lot of cultures miss this. Because if it's not unified, you can never play off each other. You can't get a power of a community. You can't hit real momentum if there is multiple models going on. Because how many of you guys plan on building your group outside of your warm market or outside of your local area? Okay. How many of you guys want to be the ones that have to run every single event for your entire organization? Anybody? Okay, well, if you want to be able to invite your prospects that you know in Maryland to that event, well, then you better hope that Maryland's teaching the same thing that you want them to teach. If you have prospects you want to invite into Canada, or Florida, or California, or New York, or Michigan, or Ohio, or Texas, if you want to leverage the events, then they better be teaching the same thing that you want taught. Does this make sense to you guys? Yes. This is part of the secrets. It's a subtle but important point that we've managed to maintain a culture. Despite all the growth, all the leaders, all the launch organizations that are happening, every one of them, 100% so far, and I hope you guys fall into this math, every one of them so far has adopted the company system. Now, I'm not here to tell you that it's our system or no system. That's not our culture. Okay, just so you guys understand, we're very close to our leadership. Okay, my specific role is I kind of play the bridge. I play the bridge between what goes on in the field with the leaders and what goes on behind the scenes at the company. We're very close. Okay, everything we do, it's not we say this is the way to do it. It's all field driven. Okay, it's all the best ideas always come from the field. It's all field driven. All the leaders have input, and it's always a blob of clay, work in progress that gets shaped and molded and improved. Does this make sense to you guys? Yeah. So it's not about. Let me put it this way. What's important is that there's one system, regardless of what that system is. Does that make sense? Yes. If there's one system, because if there's a lot of systems, you have confusion. Okay? If there's no system, you have what? Confusion. Okay? So you're in the same problem. No system, confused people. A lot of systems, confused people. The only way you get a whole lot of inertia and growth is to have what? One system. Okay? So this is all taught in what we call our Getting Started training. Have any of you guys actually gone through the Getting Started training video online? The office by show, okay, about half of you. Good. Okay, this is basics. Anytime you enroll somebody as a promoter, notice I called them a promoter. I did not call them a distributor. I did not call them a representative. I called them a what? Promoter. You guys are going to catch different things throughout the weekend. Our culture is a little unique. It's a little different. We focus on being very normal. Okay? we try to declutter a lot of the MLM jargon and stuff out there, and we try to be normal. How many of you guys think you can be normal? I'm not sure about some of you guys. Okay, so just things you're going to want to catch this weekend. So everything starts in what training?
Getting started.
What training?
Getting started.
You can go through the Getting Started training a couple of different ways. We have this live at gst.visalus.com. It stands for Getting Started Training, gst.visalus.com. We also have it on our company DVD that comes in the new magazine rolling out this weekend. Okay, we also have it inside BiNet. So you log into BiNet, there's a whole online video training archive. You can do them over conference calls. We don't care what format you use for the training. What's important is that you do the training. Okay, if you're going to enroll somebody as a promoter, okay, and you don't plan on putting them through a Getting Started training, I'm just going to ask you wholeheartedly, don't enroll them. Don't enroll them. Okay, this is not a, what's your name? Brian. Brian, welcome aboard. Best of luck to you. That's not what this is, right? Hey, welcome aboard. Good luck. Hey, welcome aboard. Good luck. Okay. There's a lot of companies out there that they think the close is the end of the relationship. Great, I closed you. On to the next one. Not ViSalus, guys. When you enroll someone in this business, that is the start of the relationship, not the end of the process. Does this make sense? Okay. So everyone that enrolls must go through what? Immediately. How soon? Immediately. How soon? Immediately. How soon? Immediately. Okay, please. You do this right, the model takes care of itself. You don't do this, you're not gonna have the advantages that are happening inside the ViSalus walls right now in terms of the growth. We got it? Okay, I don't have packets. I don't think they're in here, but if you guys should have a Getting Started Training packet. If you haven't seen it, it goes through all of this. Phone numbers on front, conference calls on front, okay, in terms of all the information. I think some of it's on the slide here. We can go to the next slide. Do you guys know what computer is running this? There we go. Okay. So basic stuff. Meet your support team, contact information. We do one very important call every single week called a vision call. It's Mondays at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Have any of you guys heard of company vision call? A couple of you. 7 o'clock Pacific, put it in your calendar. It's always new, it's always live, new stories, updates, promotions. That's the one thing you want in your calendar and your team in their calendar every single week. How many of you guys love the fact that there's one central source of information you can teach everybody to plug into instead of you having to be that source, okay? This is the cool thing. If you want to build a business where everybody's calling you for everything, don't use this. if you want to be the person that's, be able to say, go directly to the source so you don't have to play the telephone game, teach them to use the vision call. We also do body-by-body calls for more consumer-oriented, product-oriented people every Thursday. Here's the goals. When you first get started in this business, first thing, guys, is we are a challenge. We are a what? Challenge. This is important to understand. Okay? We're not a product company. We're not a science company. We're not a biz-op company. We are a what? Challenge. Admittedly, in the room, how many of you guys are more product-oriented? How many of you guys are more coin-operated? All of you. Okay, so coin-operated people, take the challenge seriously. I know you can recognize as an entrepreneur the opportunity of promoting a challenge without getting bought into it yourself. I understand entrepreneurs can do that. I'm telling you this, though. If you want this to work to the extent that it can, you really need to be the challenge. In other words, you need to take your challenge seriously. Really set a goal. Set a goal. If I were to ask you guys right now what your 90-day health goal or challenge goal is, who would have an answer to that? Give me your answer on 3. 1, 2, 3. What's your goal? Good. Okay. You should have some goal. Don't care what it is, just care that you have one. Okay? Go after that. Because in this business, stories are what we always share. Right? And the best story is whose? Yours. Right? So you want to have that challenge goal. When you enroll people, you're enrolling them in a challenge. If they're going to promote a challenge, they better have a good story to tell. And the only reason they're going to have a good story to tell is if they actually set a goal and took it seriously. Okay, looking around the room, I don't think this is going to be a problem for most of you guys. Got a lot of fit people in here. Set a challenge goal, take it seriously. Okay, after we focus on our goal, I would recommend making the 3 for Free program a cardinal rule. Now, I'll say, how many of you guys are familiar with the 3 for Free? Okay, refer 3 customers. Keyword is what? 3 customers. Okay, refer 3 customers, which is not promoters. There's a difference in our company between customers and promoters. I know this is weird. We really get customers. Okay, like they're real customers. Okay, I know that's weird for a lot of people. A lot of the last decade in this industry, companies have really forgotten that customers are good for business. Okay, we like customers. We get a lot more customers than we do promoters, and we're okay with that. We don't force everybody to be a promoter if they don't want to be a promoter. We love our customers, and we love our promoters the same. Does this make sense to you guys?
Yes.
Different shift for some of you. Some of you, I don't need to know all your backgrounds, but I guarantee you some of you guys come from the culture where you beat people over the head to be an entrepreneur, okay? I mean, newsflash, not everybody is designed to be an entrepreneur. That's it, not everybody is designed to be an entrepreneur. The last decade of this industry, it's like every business model has been trying to force everybody into an entrepreneurial bucket. How many of you guys have ever heard the old saying, well, 97% of the population works for the other 3%? Have you guys heard that saying? It's like the old network marketing adage, right? 97% of... it's funny to me that we run around saying these stats, but what you're really saying is, okay, what you're telling me is that only 3% of the people out there are who we're focused on? That means we're ignoring the what?
97%.
What?
That much money on
You guys see the difference? The ViSalus business model works is because we actually target both the 97% consumers and the 3% entrepreneurs, and we treat them both amazing. You guys understand the difference?
Yeah.
Subtle things, big difference. Okay? You don't get the friction. When you force someone to be an entrepreneur, now they're mad that you forced them, they're mad that you guilted them, you're mad they're not doing anything, you're calling them, now you got frustration, now it's like, oh, that thing didn't work. You got all that stuff. And at the end of the day, it all happened because they weren't supposed to be a promoter anyway. You should have just left them as a customer. They would have been happy.
Right. Good word.
Everybody go, aha. Okay. So the point is, we get 3 customers. If you get 3 customers on the same or greater kit, your